Hey, clap your hands for our buddy Jake. Hey, man. Where do we start?
What's up, man?
There's just a lot going on with you right now.
There's a lot going on.
I feel like a couple things. One, in the last year or so, you and I have gotten to be better friends than we already were personally, but also I listened to your podcast, and I learned so much about you on that podcast, too, that I feel like I know you even more than I should.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I mean? Are you feeling that from that podcast? People go, dude, I didn't know this about you.
Yeah, I like the fact that I can kind of... I'm a pretty open book anyways with most of my life, that it's kind of nice to open up a little more on just with the people that are involved in my life. Not so much me all the time. I get to talk to other people that inspire me. So I like that aspect of it.
Jake Owen's here. He's got the Good Company podcast. Got this new song we've been playing every hour today, which, by the way, I was Jack, you were Diane.
Do you turn it up? Do you sing along every time you hear that song? Like we did then. Like we did when.
Yeah, talk me through this for a second. So when you do, first of all, how does this all come together in your mind?
In my mind?
Yeah, because if you have this song, obviously Jack and Diane's in it, and it's called I Was Jack.
Right.
How does this all come together?
It's a delicate situation, this song. What's up, Ray?
What's up, dude?
Good to see you, man. I didn't say hi when I walked in. I feel bad. I just didn't want to, So this song is, it was kind of a delicate situation but everything that kind of came full circle. When I got the new record deal over at Big Loud, we were talking about songs that I love. We were reapproaching things. Being able to work with Joey Moy again is a big deal for me. And this song idea of having songs that were kind of representative of Barefoot Blue Jean United Beach and those kind of songs that have been big for me. I also was referencing songs that I loved growing up, and Jack and Diane was one of them.
I just wonder, because you go, man, what a risk to take a song that's already been, because you hear Jack and Diane so heavily in the song, and the title of it's Jack and Diane.
Yeah.
That you got to go, whew, this is a big. By the way, I love the song. I told you that before you came in.
Yeah, thanks.
But I just wonder how your mind wraps that. Do you go for it? Is it worth taking a big risk like this? You're starting at a new label, like those things.
Yeah, I don't know. I think life's about taking risks, and I thought about that the other day. I would not be in Nashville if I didn't one day, for some weird reason, call my parents on the phone, which is something I talked about in one of my podcasts to my dad, actually. I just remember one day, I just had a feeling, and I said, as much as I love Tallahassee and as much as I loved playing bars with my friends and stuff in a band in Tallahassee, I wanted something more. I wanted to try something different. And I called my parents on the phone and told them I was leaving Tallahassee and moving to Nashville, and that was 14, 15 years ago. So here we are today, and putting a song out like this, yeah, it might be a little bit of a risk or a chance, but to me, it's kind of an ode to Jack and Diane, the song originally. And for me, growing up as a kid, I like songs that make you feel young and songs that make you remember life. And Jack and Diane was the original story of two American kids growing up in the heartland.
That song still feels good too. When Jack and Diane comes on, too chilly, sucking on chili dog, outside the tasty freeze. Like, it's still the jam to everybody.
Yeah.
And when I heard the song, it felt like a new warm blanket.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, it was new.
It's like the cool side of the pillow.
Well, if it's a new pillow.
Right.
Because it felt comfortable without it being a new song that I was having to adjust to.
Right.
If that made sense. It was still a new song.
Yeah, no, it took me a minute to be. I'll be honest. I think I told you this on a text that I had to be careful. I don't want to be the guy that's like, who's this guy ruining this classic song? But I really was a fan of the way it was written, and I like the fact that it kind of pays homage to that song. It was back when you and I, like the whoever it is, people put themselves in songs throughout life. I was listening earlier today to Cole Swindell's new song about when we break up in the end. I thought, wow, I put myself in that song. I thought, man, there's been people I've been with in my life, and I'd probably go back and do it all over to be where I am now. But so same with this song. I mean, you put yourself as a person in certain situations and songs, and I put myself in Jack and Diane, and I think this is kind of back to when I was Jack and you were Diane.
Is John Mellencamp a writer on this song?
He is. They gave him writer's credit, which they definitely should have. I mean, this is his melody and everything. But
did you talk to him and get his
I haven't talked to him personally, but he did approve this message. John Mellencamp approves this message, yeah.
By the way, when you go out this year, you have Chris Jansen out with you.
Yes, good dude.
Good dude. Great entertainer.
Yeah, he actually texted me the other day and said, hey, man, I wanted to let you know, it was after the tour announcement came out. He said, thanks for having me out. This is going to be great. And I told him, I said, man, look, I'm excited to have him out because of how much better it'll make not just myself, but the guys in the band, because of how great of what you just said. He's a great entertainer. He's got a lot of integrity with the kind of music he makes. But when someone goes on before you and lights the stage on fire, I mean, it's hard to follow that. So it's a good thing. I mean, it's inspiring to have him out there. So it'll be fun. We have Jordan Davis with us as well. So he's got a great beard. Great new song on the radio.
He does. Both of those things are really good.
So it'll be good.
You know, I learned about you too is that your parents didn't know they were having twins.
They did not.
You and your brother came out, but they were only expecting one of you.
That's so crazy to me.
Yeah. So I've always thought that too. My mom said for some reason the sonogram, our heartbeats are in sync. And so when my brother came out, the doctor literally told my mother, he said there's at least one more. And so that's when I came along.
Wow.
So, yeah, 15 minutes later, too.
Wow.
It wasn't like a couple minutes later. I mean, you could have watched half of a sitcom. Like, seriously.
What else is going on with you? Did you get a new house? Did you move from that one you were selling on the internet?
Dude, I did. I sold that house.
Yeah.
I'm not lying to you. I live in a tiny house right now. It's 400 square feet. And I love it. It's made me...
It's a legit tiny house, like from tinyhouse.com?
Yeah, I have a tiny house.
What?
So are you...
Yeah.
Are you putting your
like,
roots...
This isn't a joke.
Are
No,
your
I
roots
know,
into your
yeah.
tiny house, or is that just
Is
a
it on
temporary?
wheels?
Am I what? No. So what happened is, I sold my house not thinking it was going to sell that fast. I put it on the market on a Monday. It sold on a Wednesday. They wanted to be in basically by Christmas. So I'd already bought this piece of property, which is really a dream for me because I've always, moving up here, I've thought if I could ever get to the point where I have my own piece of property and it's just like a place I could raise my family and daughter, whatever. And I have that now. But what I don't have on it is a place to live until I build it, which that takes time. But I looked into those tiny homes and got one out there.
They drive it out to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, it's amazing to see your house like coming at you. You know what I mean? Like it's like coming down the road right towards you. And
what do you put in there? What's in your
I
tiny
literally I have a little couch. Literally,
You're so not tiny, though.
I know, but I got it.
Tall.
I don't know. It's really, I don't know. I like going through scenarios like this in my life. It teaches me like certain things. And I realized, I had a lot of junk that I've just acquired over years. And now I don't really, I don't have all that.
Let me ask you a question about your old house.
All right.
First of all, it was famous, right? Didn't somebody live in it before?
Loretta Lynn.
Okay, it was a famous house, right. So secondly, do people have to show how much money they make to come look at your house? Because I would just be like, I want to go look at Jake Owen's house.
Yeah, we did like a clause in the showing that just like you had to
have pre-approved.
proof of pre-approved income. Yeah.
Do you make them sign an NDA so they don't go through your stuff?
No. I'm not paranoid about people though, man.
Because there would be a realtor present.
For sure, I'd go through your underwear drawer, and
There's not a lot in there.
take pictures. Not anymore.
Yeah.
You have tiny underwear?
No.
In your tiny house?
tiny underwear.
No, but I do. Have you tried those things? Those things called sacks? Try it out.
What?
Since
Is that underwear?
since we're speaking about underwear, get your husband a pair. He'll love them.
Like, why are they so cool?
SAXX is the brand. I'm not even. I'm not. This is. I'm not. I get nothing out of other than letting my guys out there know that's like it's a nice. If you decide to wear underwear,
Is it a nice brand of underwear? Or is it
it's just a nice support. You know what I mean? It's like people have no problem talking about socks. Things like that. I'm just letting you know.
Another good one is Pair of Thieves. And you know who started it is Jessica Alba's husband.
Okay.
What's his name? Do you know?
Cash Warren.
Cash Warren. He has this company. Greatest man underwear I've ever had on. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they called? Pair of Thieves?
Pair of Thieves.
And Sacks.
Sacks. Really easy to remember.
Yeah.
With 2 X's.
By the way, I'll say this. I do this podcast from my house, and we have 100 at some episodes. Everybody from Stapleton to Karen Fairchild. The biggest writers. You are far and away the like 5 times the next person, hundreds of thousands of downloads.
Why?
Of the podcast when you came to my house? Well, because we got into a huge fight, and I
It
think
wasn't a fight though, man, and that's what I've always enjoyed about talking to you. Is like sometimes like you just gotta like. I feel like I'm a pretty real person. Sometimes to a fault, you know what I mean? And but I like interaction with you, like talking to you, man, because like we both live lives where people perceive you one way and they don't really know you. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Sure.
So we kind of got into that, and I think that's what people like. You're like people like vulnerability. I think it's
and we went at it both being vulnerable.
yeah.
But it
Came out in the end though. I mean, it was precious.
We were better from it.
It was precious, dude.
We were coal. We came out a diamond.
Yeah, it was good.
But it has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of downloads.
Really?
Does anyone ever say anything to you about that podcast?
Yeah, I see it on my Twitter and stuff a lot. People saying that they just caught up on that one. They're like, "Whoa, that got real," you know. But Mike D was there that day live.
He didn't know if to keep doing it. He thought you were gonna leave.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where's Mike D? Is he in here? Didn't you? Hey, Mike D, can you hear me?
Mike D, you were there
Can you
live
hear me,
for
Mike
it.
D?
It was like
whenever Jake and I were talking about during the podcast, did you think it was the weirdest thing ever?
Yeah.
Did you want to leave?
Yeah, a little bit.
He said afterward, he goes, I didn't know what to do. Should I walk out? No, we're good.
Yeah.
What
That's
else?
some of my favorite times in life is being so uncomfortable with like people in rooms. Like
Yeah,
right now.
I like
it's-
awkwardness.
Yeah.
Because that's real.
It is.
Awkwardness is a
Like
real
it's like
feeling.
this thing in the air that kind of you don't know how it is. You know, I like that. Is that a Whataburger hat or a Wonder Woman?
Eddie Byrne and Waterburger.
Waterburger.
Well, see, I have a Waylon Jennings tattoo that I've had for a lot of years on my arm, and people ask me all the time if it's Whataburger or my little girl for sure. She thinks it's Wonder Woman.
I always thought yours was Weezer.
That's a good call too. I never thought of that. And then this one, Tennessee State flag over here, I've had for a long time. And I've been in multiple airports and like kids, a lot of Asian kids. They're like Dragon Ball Z. I'm not.
Is that what it looks? I don't know. What
I
that
don't
is.
even know. I didn't know what it was.
I know what that is.
And but I found out it's like a thing.
So, anything else going on?
I don't know. What else is going on?
I'm just asking. You have to come up with anything. I just wonder.
No,
like, personally.
man, just a lot. If honestly, the best thing that's going on in my life is the fact that I'm genuinely happy. I think that's the most important thing in anyone's life is to just be at a place where you can literally wake up and go to sleep every day and just go, wow, like this was a great day. I'm pretty happy to be alive. I've got lots of good things going on in my life. Like I said, I mean, take the music side out of it and new single and all that feels good, but I have a really awesome, healthy 5-year-old little girl that literally makes me smile like every single day.
She in school now?
She is. She starts kindergarten this coming year. But my family, I just got back from Pebble Beach, went out and played the.
I saw you hit somebody with a golf ball.
I did hit someone with a golf ball. I didn't do it on purpose though. But my
I
dad.
hope not.
No, my dad was caddying for me, so that's cool. He's a cancer survivor, so just see him right next to me on the world's most beautiful golf course. Lots of good things, man.
But you hit someone with a golf ball.
Yeah, I did. That was the second time at that tournament that I hit someone with a golf ball. This one wasn't as bad as the first time, though. Luckily, that was like before everyone was videoing all the time. But I got that guy good, and he was cool about it. It hit his head, and
Are these people just standing in the wrong?
yes, that's what's
No, they're standing in the right place. He hit
It
it.
was twice in the same course.
no,
so I'm wondering if, like,
no. Wait a second. Like
They weren't somewhere they weren't supposed to be.
No, they were just standing there as patrons of the
gallery.
tournament in the gallery. And I don't say this arrogantly, but I mean I'm a pretty good golfer, and so the shot I hit that hit the lady this year was not that bad of a shot. I hit it like 10 yards right of the green, and it was. I mean, it was, and it just kind of hit her right in the middle of the chest.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What? Did she not see that coming?
Yeah, it was crazy.
No, I mean, how come she didn't move?
I don't know. I said 4.
Because I've seen it had to hit her from behind. Like it hit her straight on. Like she's like, oh, there's a golf ball coming. I mean, that happened to me once with a football, but
the video, like someone posted this video. I walked up. I felt terrible. I mean, you never want to hit someone with anything, much less a golf ball. And I said, I'm really sorry. I was like, I'm not a good golfer, but I'm a pretty good golfer. I just said that to be nice. And her husband chimes in. He's like, yeah, we know. Seriously.
Yeah, the funny video. I laughed.
Yeah.
I thought I thought your
weird.
pride would be a little hurt by him going, yeah, we know.
I was. I didn't
Yeah.
let anybody know about that.
Yeah.
But I was a little bummed out. The guy said, no, we know you're not a good golfer. And then I almost went from like, man, I was just really nice to your wife to like, well, let's go. You know, like you and me right now. Let's do this.
It's a Bobby Bones show.